Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
Welcome back to Star Wars Dark Forces
Welcome back.
Jedi Knight 2.
Welcome back.
I can't hit these things.
I'm trying
Oh, I got him. There we go.
to figure out Anakin age.
Anakin Age.
If anyone knows Anakin's
It's
age,
right after the
email us at www.anakinagquestion@hotmail/gmail.hotmail.fargonauts
at Lycos.
.de.
And if that's too
So
long, just
pissing me off.
ask Jeeves.
Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right.
People don't give Jeeves enough credit.
Ask Jeeves is like the original like Siri.
It was. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. We did it!
I did it. Dude.
Just fucking dab on all
Dabbing
those
on
fucking
those haters.
Ugnaughts.
Hey, look at those
7
secrets,
out of
dude.
10. That's not bad.
Not bad. That's like the highest score we've had. Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
We didn't get any force points, though.
CG. Oh, couplings are disengaged.
We are fueled and ready to go. Ba-ba-bum.
Beautiful. I love that scene. That was a great scene, and it needed to be in there.
It did.
Oh,
It-
God.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, Revenge of the Sixth Sith takes place 19 BBY, which makes sense because fucking Luke.
Yeah.
God, could have just looked up how fucking old Luke was.
Oh, didn't I tell you that Luke was like 19?
We did. We had that conversation, but for some reason my brain didn't want to put together.
Oh. I've been
so
there. Oh,
if
shit.
Anakin was born at 41 BBY,
Shit.
and Revenge of the Sith takes place 19 BBY, he's 20.
There we go.
20.
At what time when he becomes Darth Vader? You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 19 BBY, and he's born 41 BBY. He's 20.
19 BBY. In what movie? In Revenge?
Revenge.
Okay.
So he would be 28.
Sounds about right.
So he'd be 28 then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Still not even half of your life, I'd say.
no. About
And-
half of his life, but
I mean, he never. Yeah, I felt really bad because I never realized that he definitely was stunted.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And he was being siphoned, or for his power. And
Yep.
Yeah, everything Palpy did to him was
Regulated.
just being used.
Yep. And the Jedi were afraid of him,
Yep.
which didn't help.
I mean, you can untap those powers. I'm sure the Emperor had the ability to.
Can't untap that ass.
He can untap
Aw,
that ass,
dude.
but he can tap into his powers and be like, all right, use them,
Yeah.
and then like he can like say to use them or not use them.
Yeah.
He'll just do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think, like we were talking about, when was he Vader?
Yeah, when he became Vader,
When he became
was
Vader, it's
28.
28. And I think he kind of accepted that role completely.
We're all older than 28.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary.
Yeah. That was me 2 years ago.
Yeah, I could be like, that's. Imagine going through that
Now I'm
shit
Darth
when
Vader.
you're 28. Yeah,
2 years
right?
deep in Darth Vader.
2 years deep in Darth Vader right now. Having a grand old time.
Yep. Couple kids I don't know about.
Yep, that's twins. They're probably gonna come kill me sometimes.
Yeah, who knows?
The prophecy is yet to be fulfilled.
Yep.
I can't wait to fulfill my prophecy.
Can't wait to fulfill my prophecy by dying.
by throwing a dude off a cliff
Yeah.
and just being like,
Go, dude.
There's
Tell
so
her
many
you've
fucking
arrived.
turrets.
I came. Ah!
I came.
But yeah, I think he fully kind of became Vader once the no happened.
Yeah.
When he found out that Padme was dead and everything.
I imagine,
No.
has life ever given you the moment to say
That was
no
what
like
he-
that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Has it?
No.
Not really.
Not really.
Padme
hasn't died yet. For me.
He good.
I don't want to say no.
But yeah, because obviously he had already, some traumatic things had happened, and he accepted, becoming Darth Vader to
He had no
Palpatine.
choice. He had no choice.
Yeah.
He's a robot. From then on, like he is
And then-
his servant.
And then, like, I'm talking like pre-Mustafar. Because he already dubbed him Vader pre-Mustafar.
Mm-hmm.
After
and
he's
then-
like, "What have I done?"
And then he went and the fucking younglings. And then
At that
and
point,
then-
why not? I mean,
Yeah.
you're already so deep in to
and
the
then
cult.
and then Mustafar happens. And that's another big traumatic thing
Oh
for
my
him.
goodness.
So it's just,
against
it's breaking him down. And then the final little fucking thing that brings him, kills Anakin Skywalker completely is
Mhm.
him telling him that Padme is dead
Because he killed
because
her.
he killed her, and then boom, Anakin's gone.
Yeah.
From that moment on, Anakin's gone.
Until he is redeemed.
Until I'm a daddy.
Luke. This is a cool rave, dude.
There it goes.
Nice. Dude.
Took him a while. Speed through it. Speed through it.
Blow him up.
So that means so when he meets Luke, Luke's 19, right? The
Vader's
first time.
probably like 45.
He's 28 years older, so he's 46.
Darth Vader in
Or he's
Return of the
19 years
Jedi?
older.
19 years older than.
Or no, he's 28 years older than Luke. Luke's 19. So 28 plus 19 is 47. Right?
Sounds right.
So he'd be 47 in A New Hope.
What's this guy doing? Oh, that's right. I took his
Prime
gun.
dad age.
So he'd be like 55 or some shit when he dies, right?
I don't know. I'm not really.
Because the
Paying
space
attention?
between. Well, I'm saying the space between.
How old was Darth Vader when he died, Sean?
So
He was an age.
because
About
we
right.
figured out he was 46.
50 something. I think.
He was 46 when he met Luke in A New Hope,
Mm-hmm.
and then
46, 47.
Empire was what 2 or 3 years later? 3 years,
Sure.
I think. I think
Yeah,
it was like
like
3 years
3
later.
years.
So it'd be like 50, and then Empire is like what, maybe a year after that. I mean, Return.
Return of the Jedi was probably.
I think it's only like a year. Or
I don't think it would be a year after. Do you think it would be that much after the?
Well,
Were they
think of how
building?
much-
Were they building the
think of
Death
how-
Star in Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
They were building it. We just didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, because the
But think-
the construction of the Death Star seems like a big.
Why build one and have the possibility of it failing? Why just build one? Build two.
Okay,
You always got to
To
have
get this
a
right.
redundancy, right?
no, to get this right, were they building the Death Star 2 out of the remnants of the Death Star 1?
No.
Nope.
So they built it from the ground up. They were building it. from
Build
the
a
ground-
whole different. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Wow.
I'm saying
The
they
construction
probably
of that-
were building two at the same time.
Wow.
building 2.
One started
Oh.
the one.
Oh,
and
started
then,
the 1.
and then we're building the second one.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Maybe. I say maybe to that. Plausible.
Because think about it.
Death Star 2
started
was
on
a
it,
lot bigger though, as
Mhm.
far as like.
and they probably
It
started
was
on
like
it
twice the size of the first one, I think.
because it wasn't finished, right?
Yeah, it was just like a weird skeleton. It
Um,
looked dead, which was cool.
And
It had a better look to it than the. New
so
Hope.
you know, figure, the start of that first movie, they're down for the first one. So
shit.
maybe they built it from when the first one exploded. So then it would be a good like 4 years, right? I don't know how fast they work on something that massive, but
You got to think
But
that the Empire has
it's got to
such
take
a.
a long time. So
the Empire's
like,
reach is.
you
immense.
gotta believe that they built the first ones to see that they could do it, and then built the second one, a
Well, I'm
redundancy
sure if
one
you
that's
have
better.
a galaxy
bigger.
spanning empire, your level of like productivity is
The
just gonna
known
be,
galaxy.
Yeah.
Right.
The stuff that's within the Empire's control. There's
Yeah.
a lot of outer rim stuff that the Empire doesn't control.
That's true, but even the closer you get to the galactic core, the more like technologically advanced and more
Yep.
densely populated it's going to be. So
But you
if
gotta think
control
that-
all that.
You got to think that all of the Empire is humanoid.
Mhm.
There's not a whole lot of alien races in the Empire.
Well, they use a lot of slave labor.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, you think they used a lot of slave labor to make Death Star 2?
Oh yeah.
Or
Wookiees.
droid factories, refineries, and things like that?
So yeah, there's 3 years
Um,
between A New Hope and
Oh
Empire.
shit. I'd imagine like the
And-
people that aren't Palpatine in the Empire would have a lot of like reservations about using a lot of droid stuff.
Do you
And
think
then
it was all
less,
the people?
less than a year between Empire and Jedi?
Do you think? Oh, really?
So about 4 years from A New Hope to the end of Jedi.
So he'd be just 50?
Oh, fuck.
His 50s
He'd be,
when he died?
if he was,
Yeah, Anakin was
47.
in his 50s.
46,
he'd
47?
be 50, 51, yeah.
I love this rocket launcher. Ouch!
Rocket launcher!
Rocket launcher.
You gotta imagine all the... You remember in Last Jedi?
Yeah.
It just came to my mind because of how horrible the scene was. Was when, like, everybody was betting at that casino. And it was basically because they're war profiteers.
Mm-hmm.
And they were betting on the war, I guess. I don't know. Is that what they were trying to get with that scene? Like, what are they doing? There's a war going on, and these people are gambling. It's like, yeah, who do you think's funding it,
Oh, yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah,
Ah, shit.
And then
the rich people.
all the rich people were at that stupid casino
Yeah.
betting on space horses and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, was that supposed to be a message to something?
Yeah, it was a really
Right.
ham-fisted
It was a
message.
pretty ham-fisted message to me.
It's the rich get richer type situation.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that had nothing to do with the Empire's idea. They just wanted to rule the galaxy. They didn't care
Yeah.
about riches and stuff.
They needed money, though.
Fuck,
They
I
needed
killed myself.
resources. But they would just take it.
Well, they don't.
They
don't
would just
need
take it, right?
I think they just had
Oh.
power. They just had the power that they could just tell people, you either follow us or we kill you with our
Yeah.
our machines.
That's how they got their resources. Strong-armed them.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that
But,
needed
I
to
mean,
be
in
in there.
Clone Wars and stuff, they definitely tried to curry favor with rich people, too.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense during that time because that's war fought on all fronts. All different people are having their own motivations in that war.
Right.
It's not just rebels versus Empire. It's like all these mercenary groups, all these outer rim kind of things with like shady dealing with the Hutts and things like that.
Yep.
They didn't want anything to
But
do
they're
with the Empire.
they're basically setting up.
They're looking out for
they're-
their own skin. Though. They're
but
not looking out for
What I'm
anybody
saying
but
is
themselves.
the Separatists, that whole thing, Dooku was pretty much setting up the foundation for when the Empire started.
Yeah, a coup maybe.
Yeah, he had all this power and money behind them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But nothing comes close to the Empire's reach with their resources and their power.
Now it's funny though when you think about it. So there's what 30 years or something between Jedi and Force Awakens.
Yeah, there has to be. Yeah.
So there's
Around
30 years. So something that happened 30 years ago.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm
was
alive?
like a myth.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they,
like what?
they were like, this is these legends, these myths, whatever. It's like, dude, this was only 30 years ago.
Yeah, when
I
they
get
say
it.
that-
It's a galaxy and stuff spreads how it spreads, I guess. But like, this was only 30 years ago. This wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Especially with a lot of the characters are in their like late 20s, early 30s, right?
Yeah, it's like I thought he was a myth.
Yeah.
It's like the
Mhm.
Force is a myth. Like, wait, this happened 30 years ago. It's like, don't you remember? Like,
But then again, like you don't know how much they know, though, right?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because like it's not like they were exactly like big stories about a Jedi and whatever going across the galaxy. They probably just heard words of mouth. It was big to us because we were witnessing it, right?
yeah.
But they never did. It was just
It is-
stories. But still, like
It's kind of weird.
it was
It's
only
like-
30 years ago.
I find that weird. It should have been like a couple generations, maybe.
Yeah. You could have still had Luke be alive. Like he doesn't have to be like
He could have.
average adult male.
He
old.
could have learned like powers from his dead dad and Yoda,
Don't-
being like, "Hey,
Don't humans live to like 200 or some shit in Star Wars?
I think so.
So yeah, like he would have been fine. Could have said it like 80 years in the future, even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
100."
100
Mhm.
years. Who cares?
They should have said it like much further in the future.
Yeah.
Or-
Then it wouldn't have been as strange.
They did Earth time.
Maybe
they shouldn't do
maybe
Earth
they
time.
shouldn't have it because it should have been the story of Anakin and his family.
Well, yeah.
True.
But
But like I said, Luke could have still been alive.
yeah,
Like I said,
and they dropped the ball so bad with
because
the
he could have,
trilogy.
and then it would have been a little more acceptable to have all these things that just happened 30 years ago happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
God
planet
damn.
destroyers
Oh, God.
and fucking Palpy and all that shit. Palpy
Mhm.
coming back like 80 years, 100 years later.
Yeah.
That'd be
That'd be cool. 'cause
That
would
would've been
make more
better.
sense.
right? And it gives more time and it makes more sense. I mean, instead of having to like pigeonhole the Sith cult into something that had been cultivated throughout his time,
Yeah.
it could have just been like, oh yeah, over the 80 some years or whatever, 100 years since this happened,
Well, that gets into the
This
debate of like
Sith cult
how
rose up.
having the new trilogy is not cohesive in the slightest means at all. Like
Yeah.
they didn't set up Palpy from the initial movie
No.
to carry through to the end to have that awesome payoff.
No.
So,
Well,
like-
he was the last minute addition.
I know, that's what I'm saying. There's no cohesive narrative
No.
with the structure of the new trilogy.
No.
They didn't have a plan at all, and they were
No
like
plan.
they were bragging about it.
They
in
just
the
went in.
marketing,
They just
and it was
went
like,
in one
what
movie
the
at a
fuck?
time.
They're like, let's just get on this. Let's do it. We got
Yeah.
the rights. We gotta go. We
'Cause
gotta make this money back
What's
from
his
George.
fuck? What's his fuck from Disney?
Iger?
Was it Iger?
Yeah.
Bob Iger?
Yeah, Bob Iger.
But he was just talking about how he felt the pressure to start producing immediately because of how much money they sunk into
Yeah.
Lucasfilm, which I understand, but I mean, could have at least modulated
It
plans
becomes
a
a
little bit
rush
as you
job.
went along, right?
Well, like, why
I
not-
can get rushing maybe episode Force Awakens out. I could see that, but like during that time, you can
You'd
like
be writing the other two.
you can have a cohesive unit. You don't have to, I mean, have the same directors, whatever, but have like a central story unit.
Yeah.
Who
that-
came up with the idea of like, all right, JJ, we're gonna have you and Kasdan write this awesome new setup for Star Wars because Kasdan helped write Empire, which is like regarded as the best
Yeah.
ever. So you're gonna write with him and you're gonna make this awesome movie. And in the meantime, once that's being produced and you're doing principal photography, Kasdan and Ryan Johnson are gonna be writing this other movie to coincide what's happening in your movie. But no,
And then
no,
Cass
we're
is
just
gonna
gonna
fuck
have
off and write a Han Solo movie.
no, and then Ryan is just gonna write it. He's gonna
Yeah.
write the last two, but then we're gonna scrap the last one and just take the second one, and then have you rewrite and do revisions
well,
on
Trevor
the third
was
one.
going to do the last one.
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. Like they
Yeah.
It
didn't
was
have like
just a clusterfuck.
they didn't have an
Yeah.
idea getting into it. Like what the hell?
Yep,
Is that how you produce things, Disney? It's just like
Disney.
off the seat of your pants.
We
Disney.
want that money. And they were like, all right, people love Star Wars. Let's flood that market with Star Wars. We'll make all this money back easy.
Do you know who loves Star Wars more than anybody? Little girls in this day and age.
Yeah.